Hey friends, so I'm parked outside of Goodwill right now and we're gonna go inside to see what we can find to sell on both eBay and Poshmark. And as always, I'm gonna take you guys with me. Let's go. Okay, so I went by the blankets and I'm gonna be getting this one. This is so gorgeous. It's hand crocheted. It's this rainbow kind of striped print, and this thing is huge too. So we took a lot of time to make this and it's absolutely stunning. This blanket is so cool, and the colors and just the way it looks definitely gives me 70s vibes, and I'm actually gonna keep this. So once I brought it home, my kids fell in love with it, I fell in love with it, and it's really big. Like, it's a lot bigger than I was thinking it was when I was at the store. So now this is just a new addition to my home, but if I did decide to resell it, I should be able to get around $60. All right, so I'm in the shoes right now, and so far the only thing I found are these Durango Western boots, and I actually just sold a pair from this exact brand today for $85 on eBay, and I didn't have them listed too long, so I will be getting these, and they only have them marked up to $10, so I feel like, especially for cowboy boots, that's actually very reasonably priced. And where is the logo? They feel really high quality too. But yeah, I'll probably price these for around the same, 85. So in the men's section, I did find these Danner boots. These kind of look like hiking boots to me. And this is a really great shoe brand to look out for. They have them marked up to $15, but I can normally resell these for around $90, so I will be getting them. And then something else in the men's section that I am gonna get are these Tony Lama boots. And Tony Lama is a really great Western boot brand to look out for. These are in good condition, and they only have them marked up to $13, which again, I feel like isn't too expensive for Western cowboy boots. And these should go for around $80 to $90. But I did want to talk about today's sponsor, which is PrimeLister and their Poshmark automation tool. And I actually used to use Posh VA, but I made the switch over to PrimeLister, and I'm going to let you know why. But first, PrimeLister's Poshmark automation tool sends out offers likers for you. It shares your closet. It also relists stale items and so many more actions that just run in the background for you. And you can use this on your computer, your tablet, or your smartphone. And they also have apps for you now. And this is compatible for US and Canadian closets. But like I said, I made the switch over from Posh VA to PrimeLister because PrimeLister is actually a cloud-based tool, which if you don't know what that means, that's okay. That basically just means that this tool is running in the background for you each and every day without you doing anything after you set up your actions. And you do not have to have your computer, your tablet, or your phone running in order for it to work for you. And that is amazing because, like I said, when I would use Posh VA, I would go out and I would be gone all day and I would forget to leave my computer running. And so I would miss out on sharing my closet the entire day, which in the end would make me lose out on sales. Another reason why I made the switch to PrimeLister is that when you send an offer through them, you don't have to add a shipping discount, which is really great because those shipping discounts really do eat into your profits. So if you guys do want to try the tool out, they do have a 14-day free trial and you don't have to put in your credit card information, so it's risk-free. And they also offer a 30% off your first month if you use my link down in the description below. Let's get back to shopping. So here's a really nice Talbot's blazer, and I've talked about before, but I love to find Talbot's blazers. They're actually one of my favorite kind of bread and butter brands and items to pick up from that brand. And this is just a nice one-button blazer, and this definitely makes me think of career, classic, professional, and it's also a good size. It's a size 14. They have it marked up to $10, but I should be able to resell this for $45. Okay, you guys, I think this is the cutest jacket. This is from Ann Taylor Loft, and it's actually half off because yellow is the tag of the day, so it's $5. And this is vintage. This is so cute. It has apples and pears, and right now fruit prints are really popular. And this is just really fun, and I ended up picking it up, and I priced it around $55. And keywords that I added were Gossip Girl, Blair Waldorf. I also put unique, whimsical, and Phoebe Buffay from Friends. Okay, so this is an item that I'm going to keep for myself. It's from Free People, and I mean, I could resell this, but I just want to keep this. I love their oversized chunky sweaters, and this is a nice rib knit. It has this kind of draped turtleneck. Okay, so I was looking through the dresses and I was getting a little discouraged because I wasn't finding anything. And then I found this gorgeous vintage dress from ECI New York. It's 100% silk. It's only $6. And I've actually sold multiple vintage items from this brand and it does really well. My favorite part is the spaghetti straps and how it has these little flowers on it. This is so cute. And it also has 3D flowers throughout the entire dress. It's absolutely stunning. Yeah, the straps are definitely my favorite part. And I should be able to resell this for around $80. So this might actually be one of my favorite vintage dresses that I've found. And I just think it's so beautiful how it has these 3D flowers, especially on the straps. And keywords that I ended up putting for this were dark romantic, dark feminine, practical magic. I also added obviously 90s and Y2K, fairy, and whimsical in there. So here's one of those brands that's really expensive, brand new, but doesn't resell as well as it used to. It's Vince. They do have this one marked up to $15. It's an extra large, and I am gonna get this though because it's merino wool and alpaca, which is a really great material makeup. And this is also just a really nice oversized, really soft and comfortable sweater. And I've actually sold multiple of items from Vince that are made of really high quality material, and they normally move really quick and for around $80 to $90. So really exciting find. Here's an Eileen Fisher cardigan. It's a size large. They have it marked up to $10, but this is just a really nice minimalistic classic piece. And I really do love to find this brand, definitely a bread and butter brand for me. And I should be able to sell this for around $45. And some Title IX. I've actually sold this exact sweater before 4 different times now, and they only have it marked up to $6, but this one is also half off, so this is going to be $3. It's a size large. It's a striped sweater. It also has this turtleneck, and like I said, this is a really great outdoors brand. Anytime I find and sell it, I always put camping, hiking, outdoors, fishing, anything that I can think of that somebody might look up when they're looking up for an outdoors item, and this should go for around $35. Here's a really nice cardigan, and this one is from J. McLaughlin, which is a really great brand. They have it marked up to $8. I'm definitely gonna get this. It's just a nice long line cardigan. It's a really nice knit, and it also has this fringe around the neckline. Very classic, very modest and professional. And I'm gonna price this for around $50. Really happy that I picked this up because this actually ended up selling the next day after I had it listed, and it sold on eBay for $48. Another half off find, and so it was marked up to $8, so now it's $4. This one is from Soft Surroundings. And I may mention how I do like to pick up this brand, but I am selective with it. I'm gonna get this just because I do really like the beadwork around the neckline and how it has this floral print. And this feels like linen and cotton, so really great material makeup too. And this should go for around $35. Here's a vintage LL Bean piece, and I am gonna pick this up only because it's 100% cashmere. It's $8, but since it's cashmere, that's definitely the selling factor for me. And I should be able to sell this for hopefully around $50. Here's a really exciting vintage find. This is from Ralph Lauren. When I looked it up online, they were going for around $150 to $200. It's wool, it's really nice. It also has the crest and the logo. Really exciting find. This is from Polo Ralph Lauren, which I did make mention in my last video is a really good line from Ralph Lauren. And this is 100% wool, which is really great. Wool and cashmere, really great materials to look out for during fall and winter time. But like I mentioned at the store, when I looked up comps, they were going for around $150 to $200. And so I'm really looking forward to see how this performs. Okay, so I just got done looking through the pants, and this is what I found so far. So I have these Mother corduroy pants, which I'm really excited about. I love whenever I find Mother. They are marked up to $15, but I am still gonna get them just because Mother denim sells for around $80 to $95 for me. And then these are really cool too. These are from the brand Citizen of Humanity, which again is a very expensive brand, and they're actually new with tags, which is really exciting. They again have it marked up to $15, and I'm still gonna get these because I should be able to resell them for $80. And they're just some nice kind of almost mini kick boots, and they're also velvet, and they're this gorgeous green. These are stunning. And another new tag item, this one is from Skims, and it has this fleece inner lining, and it's a pair of joggers, and they're also an extra large, again $15, but when I looked up comps, the new ones from Skims were going for around $60. I love whenever I find driftwood, and I haven't found it in a while. And these are a pair of obviously driftwood jeans. They sell this brand at Anthropologie, Nordstrom, Sundance. They also sell it at Free People, and they have it marked up to $10. Normally when I sell driftwood jeans, they go for around $50. And I love that the hem has this embroidery on it. Normally their items are known for having embroidery on them, normally on the pockets or the leg, but these are absolutely stunning, really fun. And then this is just a nice bread and butter item. It's a pair of Spanx, and they have them marked up to $8. I should be able to resell these for $35. Nothing special, just kind of a basic pair of Spanx jeans. And then another brand that I haven't found in forever is Vuori, and these are a nice pair of joggers. They are so comfortable. They're also high-waisted and black, which is a really great color for athletic items, and these should go for around $60. One thing that I love about this brand is how fast it sells. These are a pair of camo joggers from the brand Albion, which I do actually like to pick up, and I've sold some of their jumpsuits for a good amount of money and some of their pants, but I did end up passing on these even though they were only $6 because they were an extra small, which is just not a size that really moves fast for me, so I just left these behind. But I did end up picking up this Talbot skirt. I love the fact, again, that it's corduroy, and like I said before, corduroy is performing really well right now. And I could see somebody wearing this during the fall and winter time and just pair it with a set of tights. And I'm gonna price this for $35. So I haven't done this in a while, but I thought I could walk over some of my sales with you guys just because it's really important to know what's actually selling, and that way you know what brands, what kind of aesthetics to look for too in styles. So I'm gonna get right into it. We're gonna start off with Poshmark. So here's a gorgeous vintage dress, and it's from Jones, New York. It was a good size, it's a size 10. It's really beautiful. I love the floral print, and I ended up selling this on Poshmark for $40. Another great dress. This one is from the brand exclusively Misuk, which I've made mention before. This is a really great minimalistic brand to look out for. Their items are very unassuming, kind of quiet luxury, classic, and professional looking. So this is a solid midi length dress, and their items are also normally made out of 100% acrylic, and they have a lot of stretch, and they're very breathable. And this ended up selling for $48. Here was a really great find, and this is from Tory Burch. It's their sport line, and I thought this was really interesting. It had this graphic on it, and it was supposed to be a grumpy tennis ball, and it also was 100% merino wool, just a really great pullover sweater. I ended up selling this one for $85. This was a really fast sale, and I was kind of hesitant to pick this up just because the brand is known for making high quality items but for affordable prices, so most of their items aren't very expensive, and the brand is called Quince. But I did end up picking this up because it was actually 100% cashmere, and then it was also new with tags, and so I knew no matter what I was going to get a profit from this. And surprisingly, it sold within just a couple days for $40, and I think brand new this sweater was around $60, so I was really happy with that sale. When I picked these up, I knew that they were going to do really well just because of the style, and it's from Current Mood, which is a brand that they sell at Dolls Kill. And these were just a really nice pair of platform Mary Jane pumps, and keywords that I used for this were gothic, I put steampunk, I put grunge, anime, and these ended up selling for $46. I have made mention in the past how I do like to pick up Bourne boots or their booties. If they're leather, they do really well. And these were actually a pair of men's boots, and they were 100% suede leather. They were in really great condition. I added keywords like outdoors and classic in there, and these ended up selling for $51. So here's a gorgeous button-up shirt, and it has this ditzy floral print. It also has embroidery on it, which is always a really great factor. And this is from the brand Yellowfield Butterfly Collection, which is actually a Johnny Woods brand. And it was kind of funny because I actually ended up finding this on a go back rack, which are the racks that people have tried things on and then they put them there. And I do think lots of people skimp on those racks, but I actually look through them every single time I go to the store. And normally I find really good stuff on those. So look at your go back racks. But anyway, I ended up listing this, and this was a vintage piece from Johnny Was. And so keywords that I added were Y2K, I put bohemian, hippie, and it actually ended up selling the next day after I listed it to one of you guys, and it sold for $42. So another really pretty top, and this one is from Tiny, which is an Anthropologie brand. And I really love the fact that it has this tank top underneath, and then it has this connected kind of poncho overlay. And then the topper is actually 100% silk, and then it has this scarf print, very whimsical, very bohemian looking. And this actually ended up selling really fast for $30. I've never actually heard of this brand before, but I did pick this up because it was a 2X and it was 100% silk, and it's from the brand Soulmates. But I'm happy I did pick it up because when I looked up this item, brand new, they retail for around $300 to $400 new, some even more. And this was gorgeous. It had this floral lacing. You also had some embellishment in there. And it has this long mid-length dress with this topper. So it's a two-piece set. And keywords that I added were wedding. I also put mother of the bride or mother of the groom. And this ended up selling for $77. I love whenever I find fry boots, which isn't that often, and these were a really nice pair of harness boots. They kind of hit around the mid-calf, and they were 100% leather, and keywords that I added were Western. I put coastal cowgirl, festival, and then these actually ended up selling for $59. Here's a brand that I don't normally pick up unless it's really high quality material. So I like to pick up their cashmere items, their merino wool pieces, or in this case, it was 100% leather. And it's from the brand Halogen, which is a brand that they sell at Nordstrom. And it's this really nice moto style zip up jacket. And keywords that I added were streetwear, motorcycle, moto, and then modern. And this ended up selling for $76. Bowden is a really great bread and butter brand for me, and these were really beautiful. They were a pair of loafers, and I love loafers. They are performing really well right now, and these were also calf hair, and then they had this leopard print, and I actually ended up picking this up from a consignment store sale for $5, and they sold on Poshmark for $55. Here's a nice bread and butter sale, and it's from the brand Farity, and I actually ended up finding two of the exact same shirt. So I found a white one and then I found a gray one, and I still have the gray one listed, but the white one already sold. And also had this eyelet knit, and this ended up selling really fast for $34. Another sale from the Anthropologie brand called Tiny, and this was a gorgeous embroidered floral top, and I really love the fact that it has this high kind of ruffled neckline. It definitely made me think of more Victorian romantic style, and this ended up selling for $32. So here's another brand that they predominantly sell at Nordstrom, and it's Treasure and Bond. And I don't normally pick it up, but this was a very on-trend piece. It's this oversized, boxy kind of boyfriend blazer. And it also has this contrasting with the plaid. And when I looked it up, it actually had been sold at Anthropologie, which was a really great indicator that it was gonna do well, just because normally their items that they sell at Anthropologie are very trendy pieces. So I ended up picking this up, and this sold for $40 on Poshmark. And keywords that I added for this were dark academic, I put preppy, classic, and old money. So I made mention about the sale in my last video, and it's a pair of jeans from Mother, and I do really like to pick up this brand, and these were very on trend. They had the sailor pockets, and they also had this kind of mini boot cut, which boot cut, flare leg, wide leg, those are doing really well, and this ended up selling really fast for $95. I had actually picked these up a while back, and I thought that they were gonna sell really quick, but I ended up sitting on them for a long time. It's a pair of Vans, and they're actually a Harry Potter edition. So I knew that if I sat on them that they would eventually sell for a good amount of money, and they did, and they ended up selling for $50. Again, I thought these were so cool. They have the Gryffindor crest. They also have this suede leather on them, but really happy for the sale, even though I had to wait. Here's a brand that you guys hear me talk about all the time, and it's Title IX, and I was kind of hesitant to pick this up originally just because it was extra small, but I know that Title IX does so well, so I did end up picking it up, and I'm happy I did because it ended up selling really quick for $42. And this was a really nice utility shirt dress, and keywords that I added for this were hiking, camping, outdoors, and all that good stuff. Another vintage sale, and one thing that I really love about picking up vintage items is that you don't really have to rely on the brand to pull it through. For this one, a lot of factors went into it. The fact that this is a cowl neck, it's also midi length, and it had this burnout velvet print. And this is from the brand Coldwater Creek, which is not a really great brand that I would typically pick up, but I do love to pick up their vintage style-based items. And this ended up selling really fast for $42. Another gorgeous vintage sale, and this one is from the brand Scott McClintock, and I absolutely love this dress. I thought it was so stunning. I love the contrasting with the material. So the top is velvet, and then the skirt is this gorgeous satin, and I also love these little dainty bows that just add this little feminine touch. And keywords that I added for this were 90s, Y2K, I put goth in there, I also put dark romantic and dark feminine, and this ended up selling for $50. All right, so I only went over my Poshmark sales, but I think I'm gonna go over my eBay sales in the next video because I don't want this video to run too long. But as always, if you guys think that I earned a like on this video or your subscription, I would really appreciate that. But I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and that you're having great sales, and I can't wait to see you guys next week. Bye, friends.